dotted line to my place. There's no night train now. Wow, chills. Alright, Great Gatsby book review. Let's go. I just watched that video. I'm sorry. I was like, screaming in the microphone. So I do book reviews now, apparently. I have a bunch of free time. I don't have a job, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna be the first one to say this. The Great Gatsby is good. However, it gets way over glorified and over romanticized. That whole audio, I know y'all have heard it, where it's like, it's so hard. Wait, it's so hard to make her understand. That one where he's confessing his love about Daisy. It's not. It doesn't have that vibe in the movie. It doesn't have that lover boy yearning thing in the movie. In the movie, not even in the movie, in those clips with edited audio backgrounds, it makes it seem so much sadder than it actually is. It's not like that. It's not that romanticized because the relationship between Gatsby and Daisy it wasn't that lovey. It was just a fling. Anyways, the book review. Overall, I enjoyed it. It's not the hardest to understand. You gotta kind of know some words, gotta have a big vocabulary. It wasn't that hard to understand though. I enjoyed it. One thing I will say is I didn't know a lot of things. I didn't understand a lot of things until I watched the movie. So definitely watch the movie after you read it, and it'll make a lot more sense. And this also seems like one of those books that, unless you analyze the shit out of it, like you do in lit, you're not really gonna understand the full idea. I did, because I did some research and I analyzed it and watched the movie. But if you don't, it's not as good. General overview, there's this guy, his name's Nick. He moves in on this very small house next to this very large house on this island in New York. And his name's Jay Gatsby. And he hosts all these grand parties, and everyone's always going to them. There's some stuff that happens in the middle, but that doesn't really matter. He hosts these grand parties, and Nick is intrigued by them. He's like, who is this mystery? And he sees him one night, like, out on his, sees his neighbor out on his dock staring at this green light that crosses the lake, which is a giant symbol in the book, which I did not pick up on at all until I watched the movie. So he goes to these parties, meets Jay Gatsby, and he realizes that Jay Gatsby is in love with Nick's cousin, Daisy, because they had some kind of relationship, and then Gatsby went to war, and then they stopped. The premise, though, is that Jay Gatsby hosts all these parties, all these things, in hopes that one day, his love will like come back to him and be in love with him again, even though she's married. He moved in across the lake from her and knowing that, because he wanted her to somehow find him again, and then staring at the green light across the lake made him think of her. So there are a lot of symbols in this book. Oh, and then Jay Gatsby ends up reunited with Daisy. They have a fling. It's kind of love, it's kind of not. They go out and have lunch one day. It's super hot. They get into this fight. Jay Gatsby and Daisy ride home in a car, hit this woman, and kill her. The husband of that woman then gets mad and then shoots Gatsby at his house. Gatsby dies. Daisy does not care. Whatever. You probably know the premise if you've seen it. The symbols, there's a lot of symbols. And if you pick up on that, then it's going to seem so random because it seems like they're dragging out this whole green light, or they're dragging out the guy on a billboard, or things like that. But overall, it's just a bunch of rich assholes that don't actually really care for each other. And it's really over glorified. And it seems like it's so much more of a romance than it actually is. In my opinion, the underlying theme isn't about love and these things. It's about rich people who are very shallow and don't actually care about people for who they are. They just care about money and fame and glory and popularity and parties and drinking and sex. Yeah, overall 8 out of 10 because I love the movie. The movie was really good. The soundtrack got some Lana Del Rey in there, but everyone hypes it up a lot more than they should.